You Senshin, most likely being played by Chiku here. Oh, I gotta go back while we're waiting for this ban here. Contra. I know that neither of us said that they were gonna try to prioritize the side lane, whether it be the EXP or gold lane. But here we see Yu Zhong, who most likely will be played by Stu. Stu rarely plays whenever Todak is around. So I'm thinking they had to make some concessions. They had to compromise and say, all right, Stu, we're giving you this hero. Like, you need this here.
Yeah, and they definitely have to make plays with it. But there's also a potential where 4-Maze might just actually have that switcheroo. So, well, we'll just leave that for the moment. But moving in towards the second phase, we're seeing Kaja banned out. So, pretty interesting take because Unate Devo has been going on that pick. So it might be giving some ideas to Impunity, and we already see some hits being shaking on towards the KH side.
Yeah, no, I get it. The Kaja here is usually played with the same mindset or the same principle as a Sylvana Mage, as seen earlier, played by Omega Esports. Is what you do is you hit them with your ult, right? So in the Sylvana case, that would be the Imperial Judgment. Here, it's the Divine Judgment. Wow. All right, that's two judgments that pin people down. Or in Kaja's case, pull them over. And what you do is you burst them down with the Brody or Farsa. So makes sense. I think Todak read into that. I wonder if Impunity was hedging on that fact. But right now, again, just to stop people from harassing your Brody, you take out the choke.
Yeah, honestly, a lovely idea coming in towards, you know, all these theory crafting. Now, towards E1's side, he needs to find another sort of ban. And this time, it seems like the 1-1 will be taken away. Really good notion right there. But then again, you know, they've already got the Brody. Did they really have to grid up for the 1-1? That is definitely going to be a little bit of a question there. Double marksman could also be a thing.
Could be, but the only reason why it works most times is because the other marksman is in the form of like a Roger who's like a slash assassin. Same with Yusun Shin, who has a global ultimate, who can spot out opponents even before they come get you, right? Mountain Shocker. So I'm guessing Todak was a little too scared because they were on the receiving end of this earlier, right? The Yusun Shin in 1-1 combo from Omega. So right now they're just covering their bases, totally understand. And right now we're seeing them pick their second to the last hero, and that's Alice, most likely going to the gold lane.
Yeah, and the Alice possibly will be able to self-sustain, but with Gato Kacha coming in, well, this is a really solid lineup coming from Impunity KH. And with this, I think their chances of really lasting from the early game towards the late game pretty much solidify.
Yeah, no, but the thing about the Gato here is Todak's heroes, they're all relatively agile. Like, Chico has a dash, you have the flow from the Alice, circling Eagle, like that's the ult on the Matilda. When Stu becomes a dragon, like, I'm guessing that's him on the Yu Zhong. Like, there's not much the Gatot can jump onto. So,
okay,
there's too much tankiness on Impunity. Like, there's not enough damage, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think this is where the concern is. I think they are bagging all too much on the Brody to do his work, to be able to just be that hyper character to rip people apart. And all they have to do is just to keep him relatively safe. So that's the job of the Gatakacha, or if there's any sort of opportunity, they will dive all the way to the bat line. But, well, Seo Baby has definitely had the very interesting final pick right there.
Seo Baby, it's been a while since I last saw Carmilla, but her ult did get recently reworked, and it does work wonders in team fights. Let's see what Todak has to say about this. And there's her tank. They have been missing out on a tank, and both teams look like they want to go for the Royal Rumble. They want to keep going. They want these big team fights.
Yes, indeed. And I'm looking at E1 right now. I believe that will be an Atlas that's coming online for them. So let's talk through, because Fatal Links, to be pulling them into each other, it's going to be quite hard to actually set that up.
Hold up. This feels like the Todak signature all over again, man. It's like, okay, so we're looking out for the Avatar of the Guardian. If Impunity KH pulls that off, then we have the Fatal Links to counter back. It's good, like, in perspective. It's good thinking about it, like theory crafting. But, again, it feels so reactive.
Yeah, and this is something that they usually will try to respond to, perhaps any sort of punches being thrown. But the question is, can they dodge it or counter it in a certain way or another? You can definitely see that Impunity KH, this is going to be the very first game of the day. So as for Todak, they've already warmed up. Could that be an advantage? Could it not be? Because we talked about having players watching every single moves, and Impunity definitely will be one of them, very evidently from those sort of picks. And now, with that being said, we're moving into the Land of Dawn for this best of 3 between Impunity KH of Cambodia versus Todak of Malaysia.
Here we go at Seo Abbey with the Avarice on this Carmilla. So I'm guessing he's just going to try and pin down. Oh, interesting. That's a fight that can go on forever.
Oh.
Carmilla versus Alice.
Oh, yeah. Like, now that you actually pointed out, it makes certain sense, but how long can they go for? Like, this possibly would be quite tough to tell who's going to be able to take the cake. It really boils down to whoever will be able to chime in, coming in for those sort of ganks, right?
Yep.
And now over on towards, you know, the lanes where we see Gato fighting on towards the Yuzong. It's pretty much going to be going on for pretty much a long time until they fully commit towards each other.
Yep, looking at this mid lane matchup, of course, you have here a Boom on the Tigreal, Shot Caller Supreme, making sure that nobody gets in on OP's face. Again, this is an all-in type of situation for Impunity KH. All their damage lay in 2 heroes, OP and the Hakurai. Well, they do seem to plan on amplifying it through Carmilla's ult, but right now here's a team fight in mid, under the river, in the bush. Nice dash in here, coming in from Moon. First blood drawn. Seo Abbey drops. That's going to be the first casualty in this early game, 1 minute and 30 seconds in.
Oh, that was a little bit too quick for my liking. But hey, pretty much great work coming from Todak to be able to really catch him out just in time. Over the top side, it seems like a very hot shove coming from the Yuzong, and they are already going on a certain sort of reset. River crap being contested here, but nothing too much to actually get out of it. Oh, is that a steal?
Ooh, nice crab here, stolen off by Chiku, and it takes a lot of discipline to move like relatively safely on the map. But hold up, nice knock-up onto E1. Seo Abbey gets some revenge. There's a Black Dragon form here by Stu, and both teams seem to not exactly want to take advantage. Hold up, that's going to be in his face after the Guardian. That's Stu knocked up. He is a half dragon right now. Oh, Revitalize dropped in. That's going to be OP taken out from the back by 4Maze. Double for the Alice. 3-4-1 taken here by Todak. Oh, this is just mayhem.
Yeah, and it was just quite a cluster going on and towards the river, and they are just moving in and out. I just felt that Impunity wasn't really ready to be able to take on that fight, and Todak has been able to not only receive that, but also secures that turtle on the process.
It's a good way for Todak to go, like pretend like they don't know what's going on. Pretend like they don't know what's going on, and essentially bait Impunity into going into fights wherein they're not ready. Again, the damage is not there yet. They have to get items on the far side. They have to get items on the Brody. And even if they have this wombo combo of the Carmilla, the Gatot, and even Boom setting things up, it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. They need time. Oh, what a great link coming in towards the fight. And it will be another kill coming in from 4Maze as well. They're chasing right in, but OP will be able to take out that Yi Shunjin.
Ooh, the 1-for-1 trade. Chiku for a Boom. That's a win for Impunity. You take out the opponent's jungler, you trade off for the tank, that's his job.
Worth it. Absolutely worth it. That was pretty much that pick that they were looking for. And now, Farsa pretty much going on a catch. Not too sure where exactly they're going to be going with this one, but...
Ooh, hold up. Oh, I think he smells it. This is lethal. Oh, Stu saw that the... Farsa was low on health, and he just goes for it, gets away with relative impunity. No pun intended.
And of course, with that, we're going to be seeing most of the members of Todak really going aggressive in towards the jungles of Impunity as well. You just see them line up on your map, moving across, and hopefully getting one catch out of the lane.
Well, it's nice seeing Todak back in the driver's seat, being aggressive like this. And there's a feathered airstrike. Oh, caught in by the fatal links and the circling eagle. Caw-caw! Oh, down goes Hakurai.
Oh, man. I'm pretty sure that he didn't really see the eagle flying right through. And, well, there's going to be more strikes coming in the way. But right now, Todak so up ahead in just less than 5 minutes. They're still looking to crush in some of all the sort of the first turret on the process, but it's going to take a little bit of time, but there's a little challenge over on the turtle.
Here's Chiku now going for this turtle, I believe the second of the game. Picks it up, and I think he's ready for another fight. Oh, Avatar the Guardian coming in. That's going to be Naker. He's looking low. Seo Abby as well, but they take out Moon first. It's Formies. He's still looking okay. Chiku trading out. It's a 1-for-1.
That's right, and, well, they've been taking a lot of all these survey fights that were a little bit unnecessary. Oh, okay. Oh, didn't look all too good.
Yeah, Naker was a little too out there, but I guess they get one in the form of Formies.
Yeah, and now, a little bit of that process, we do see a great Fatal Links that sets up that mega kill for Stu. And Stu looking absolutely hot, 4-0. Better airstrike, and it will seal the deal onto E1.
But Stu's just got away with it anyways. 4-0-2. Imagine the stacks on the Festival of Blood, ladies and gentlemen. This is Seo Abby trying to do some damage control, clearing the waves. Oh, that is a huge wave. That's 2 siege minions.
Oh boy.
With no energy shields left, this might just be a push. A successful takedown. Oh, but not if Formies has anything to say about it. Pop the Ode. They lose it anyways. Do they? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it wasn't really worth all too much of those sort of the effort, but, you know, it's bound to fall with a pretty much of a great wave setup. And, well, one more kill for the Barca. Oh, what a catch. And it will be the Fatal Links alongside to catch on towards the Brody. He goes down.
That's going to be Opie taken out. A great trade once more for a mid-mage like Matilda. We'll take that trade any day.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is definitely a worthy setup. And E1 this time, a better gameplay. Like, he's being so proactive across the map, and he's been looking out for OP. And this was the problem when we talk about Impunity KH. You mentioned not enough damage output in the early phases of the game. They back too much on towards OP. If they lose OP, that's it.
Yeah. Even if, let's say, you have Hakurai on deck, Hakurai has just one escape plan. It's the Wings by Wings. After the Purify and after the Wings by Wings, you still could possibly have Moon on your back. You still have the Dragon on your back. And Formies can just blood flow into your face. Blood out, call it a day. Like, that's exactly what Todak has been doing the past 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Sitting at a lovely 12-6. That's, what? ×2 KDA on your opponent. So Impunity KH, yeah, they're losing the map, man. Look at it. It's mostly red.
Yeah, and this is definitely pretty hard for the side of Impunity to honestly plot out any sort of the plan B at the moment, but they're trying to stall as long as possible, because if they do hit the late game, get all these items up online, then they might just be able to actually stand a sort of chance to really hold Todak back. And judging from the aggressive plays that they've been making, they might just actually open up a little bit of room for mistake.
Look at this. Baiting it out for Maze, pushing Seo Abby back, taking down that tier 2 turret down bottom, and there's a big team fight in mid. Oh, here we go! Moon takes one down. That's going to be another. It's trading out for E1 for OP. Still a good go for Todak, and it looks like they want to back out. There's a Mountain Shocker pushing back the rest of Impunity KH.
Oh boy. And Todak is just pressing on the attack. They're going for the dive and straight for the Barca. Chiku is stuck, but he does not really care. He won't be able to escape whatsoever. Or Mace going in as well.
And that's what I'm talking about. See that Chiku was able to go behind the base, go into the wall, and be relatively unpunished. It's because they took out the 2 damage dealers, OP and Hakurai. What are 3 tanks gonna do with a YSS behind your base? Nothing. They stare at him.
Yeah, like they're just basically tickling him for a little bit. It's like, okay, are you guys done yet? Just hop right over the wall.
I got my dash. I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So Impunity KH. The reason why this is happening, ladies and gentlemen, is because their draft was fundamentally lacking. They needed more damage, and they put all their eggs in 2 baskets. I wouldn't say 1, it's 2. But they're 2 very fragile baskets. It's OP on the Brody and Hakurai on the far side. They're both doing all right. More so Hakurai. OP, he's been trading out way too often. 1-4, 1-4.
1-4. Yeah, and I guess some people may say the best defense is the best offense, but in this case, it's not really proven just about yet. Lord being slain here by Todak as they get free reign on the entirety of the right side of the jungle.
And might I note, while we're waiting for Lord to march down here, by the way, this is a clean Lord, guys. This is the first Lord of the game, and Todak just went straight for it, a beeline. Let's note, Stu is doing great, sitting at 404, error not found. This guy's been playing flawless.
Absolutely flawless, and who knows, there might just be a blue screen of death coming their way. Well, it's not going to be happening on mobile phones, thankfully. So as for the side of Impunity, they are just waiting it out, and they have to turtle in the base. There's no other option left available. They have to clear out that Lord that's marching through the lower side of the map.
Actually, yeah, Impunity KH must be feeling the pressure. Their defenses are crumbling. They have no more tier 2 turrets. It's all inhibitors. It's all in the base now, and Todak, dude, I can see it in their eyes, figuratively speaking, right? They want to take at least one base turret, just one at least, to keep the pressure.
That's right, and now down towards 50% already with the Lord coming in towards the lower side. It's Moon diving right in. Stu's going to be looking for a catch as well, but he won't be able to catch anybody just about yet. Now Lord's coming in.
He doesn't need it. Feather dare strike here by Hakurai. He's trying, ladies and gentlemen. He's really trying. And there's the jump out. There's the fatal links. We're waiting for a casualty. Avatar the Guardian onto nothing but minions. And that's going to be Opie taken out by E1. Naker destroyed here by Chiku. 2 for none so far, and it's just a matter of time. There's another. Hakurai gets destroyed in his own base. And Seo Abby is just panicking. Oh my god, what do we do? Boom goes down. It's going to be a wipeout, ladies and gentlemen. That's Todak taking game number 1.
What a beautiful run, and Todak finally getting back in towards their winning ways. And this is where they will be having a point ahead of Impunity KH.
Ooh, they are feeling it, man. They're back in form, and this is exactly how you do it. With style. I think they won this game faster than they've lost any previous games today.
That's right, and if we really look at how they were really going for setup, E1 honestly have